POV. You are the Diamond Casino valet. You clock in at 9 a.m., pressed white shirt, black vest. The Diamond Casino and Resort gleams behind you, Maze Bank's favorite money laundering project, dressed up in neon and velvet, sitting right on the edge of Vinewood like it owns the city. Which, technically, it does. The Duggans bought this place and turned it into the most glamorous building in Los Santos. None of that history is your problem. Your problem is the Enos Stafford idling at the entrance with a guy behind the wheel who hasn't decided yet whether he's going to hand you the keys or run you over. He hands you the keys. You live. For now, the first 15 minutes are fine. A benefactor pulls up, you smile, you take the keys. You walk maybe 6 steps toward the parking structure before a man in a rebreather and full MK2 armor materializes from nowhere and shoots you in the face with a minigun for reasons that will never be explained to anyone, including him. Black screen. Wasted. You respawn at the valet stand. Still on the clock. This is the job. By 9:30, you've developed a system. You scan the sky before you touch any car, because that sound, that horrible, high-pitched mosquito from hell whine, means the oppressor MAK2 is already on approach, and you have approximately 2 seconds to make peace with your life choices. You see it crest the Vinewood tree line doing 400 miles an hour. The rider isn't steering so much as aiming locked onto something near the entrance, with the quiet focus of a man who has never once considered consequences. The missile hits the fountain. You catch the splash damage from 30 feet away. You weren't the target. You're never the target. That somehow makes it worse. Wasted. 10 o'clock brings the professionals. And by professionals, this means the try-hard full nomad outfit, modded Kuruma, KD ratio he will mention unprompted. He pulls up, steps out, and actually hands you the keys like a normal human being. You think, maybe today is different. You take 3 steps. He shoots you in the back of the head with a marksman pistol, gets back in his car, and drives away. No hesitation, no motive. It wasn't personal. You were simply there. And being there in Los Santos is its own kind of invitation. Mid-morning is when it gets cinematic. A blacked-out vapid Caracara skids into the entrance doing 60. 5 stars. 12 cop cars behind it. 2 buzzards inbound from the south. The driver's sweating, bleeding, probably just robbed the Fleeca on Hawick, throws the door open, tosses you the keys, and sprints into the casino like that's going to help him. Like the Noose team now setting up a hard perimeter is going to see the revolving door and think, ah, private property, our hands are tied. You're standing there holding the keys to a car that is, at this point, actively on fire. You make the professional decision to park it anyway, because you are a professional. The buzzard mistakes you for the getaway driver. 1 rocket, direct hit, wasted. Here is something nobody tells you about working the valet at the Diamond. The clientele are not normal people. These are individuals who once blew up a cargo bob because it was parked slightly crooked. These are people with orbital cannons, actual satellite weaponry they bought with money earned, doing things that would make a Merryweather general uncomfortable. One regular pulls up exclusively in stolen police vehicles and tips in ammunition. Another arrives every Tuesday in a Rhino tank, idles it at the entrance for 40 minutes while he goes inside to spin the lucky wheel, comes back out, and drives it directly through the east wall on the way out because he doesn't believe in reversing. You cannot valet a tank. There is no ticket system for a tank. And yet, here you are. By noon, you've died 11 times. Rocket. Sticky bomb under a Sultan RS you were about to parallel park, a guy who made 0 eye contact, said nothing, and hit you with a baseball bat the way a man swats a fly, pure reflex. 0 malice. Once you died because a cargo plane someone had lifted from Zancudo clipped the entrance canopy on a low pass, and the falling debris caught you at the exact wrong angle. The physics engine made it look almost graceful, like a nature documentary. The casino never closes. The valet stand never closes. You are still here. Afternoon rush changes the energy. This is when the passive mode guy shows up. He floats in on a fully weaponized Deluxo, the kind of vehicle that looks like someone crossed a DeLorean with a military drone, and because he's technically in passive mode, he can't shoot you. He knows this. He's frustrated by this. So instead, he hovers the Deluxo 18 inches above your head for 4 full minutes while you try to do your job, just to let you know that the protection is temporary and the intention is permanent. He leaves. He'll be back. Then there is the griefer ecosystem that forms naturally around the valet stand like a coral reef of chaos. A level 23 inches, a Zentorno shows up clearly, running their first heist payout, excited, treating the casino like an event. They've earned this. They step out and tip generously. They die 3 seconds later, caught in crossfire between 2 level 400 seconds, who aren't even fighting each other. They're both trying to kill you and simply haven't coordinated. The level 23 respawns confused. Welcome to the Diamond. You should have stayed in story mode. Mid-afternoon, a guy rolls up in a fully weaponized vigilante twin explosive cannons, jet boost, the whole Batman fantasy, and hands you the keys with the energy of a man dropping off a Prius at a Whole Foods. You pull into the parking structure, you accidentally engage the boost, you go through the back wall of the garage at terminal velocity, across the alley, and directly into Vinewood Boulevard traffic doing 200 miles an hour. 3 cars destroyed, 1 telephone pole, 1 very confused pedestrian who is just trying to get to the 24/7ths. Wasted. The vigilante is completely fine. The car is always completely fine. The car will outlive everyone in this story. Late afternoon. There's a man on the roof with a sniper rifle. He's not targeting anyone specific, he's simply maintaining a 60-foot field of fire that happens to cover your entire workspace. You develop techniques. You use car doors as cover. You move in a combat crouch between vehicles. You are a valet who has acquired battlefield instincts through exposure therapy. It doesn't matter. He adjusts his angle. Wasted. Evening brings something nobody warns you about. The high roller crowd. These are the players who actually come to the casino to gamble. They want the penthouse. They want the inside track. They want the poker table and the spinning wheel and the slots that have never once paid out fairly. They pull up in Devestes, Emaruses, fully customized X80 Protos cars worth more than most in-game properties, and they look at you like you're furniture. They don't want to kill you. They simply don't register that you exist, and somehow that is the most unsettling thing that has happened all day. Because at least the guys with the rocket launchers see you. By nightfall, something shifts. The casino lights up against the Los Santos skyline pink neon, bleeding into the dark, the kind of glow that promises everything and delivers chaos on a rolling basis. The Vinewood hills sit quiet up above. The Del Perro freeway hums in the distance, and you're still here at this stand, jacket dusty, name tag slightly crooked, having died more times today than a Merryweather foot soldier in a heist gone wrong. You think about the building behind you. The diamond didn't just appear here, the Duggans strong-armed it into existence, the Triads tried to burn it down, and somewhere above you in the penthouse, there are people making decisions that reshape entire criminal economies in San Andreas. The biggest money in the state flows through those doors nightly. Arms deals, drug fronts, celebrity front companies, offshore accounts, all of it laundered through table minimums and overpriced cocktails. This building survived a gang war. It survived a hostile takeover. It survived Lester's planning and Page's hacking, and a crew of professionals robbing it blind through the vault. It will survive tonight. You, on the other hand, are on your 14th respawn. Here's what nobody on the outside understands about this job. The chaos isn't random. It has a rhythm. A player spawns near the casino, sees the valet stand, and experiences something ancient and unexamined light up in the back of their brain. Not anger, not strategy, not even boredom exactly. Something closer to instinct. In a world where you can steal a nuclear submarine, launch satellites, run a biker empire, or bring down a private military corporation from a modified motorhome, somehow you, a man in a vest holding a parking ticket, represent the one thing still worth shooting. You are the ambient wildlife of the Diamond Casino, the seagulls on the pier, the coyotes on the Alamo seashore. Except you respawn every 30 seconds and you're wearing a name tag. And the name tag says park here. Next video, same city, different uniform, same life expectancy. POV. You are an LSPD officer in GTA Online, and it's right now displayed on your screen. Click on it to watch it. See you.